We're always on tour. You know, we tour, we kind of consider ourselves sort of weekend warriors. We all have families and we love the state of North Carolina. We love to be home.
North Carolina's the best place in the world to come home to.
I was going to say the same thing, but it's always really nice to come back home.
I've been a musician my entire life. I actually went to college as a music major, but I was playing classical music and jazz and thought I was going to do something with that, and then started listening and playing bluegrass, playing the mandolin and playing bluegrass, and realized that that was a lot more fun than the classical guitar and what I was doing with that at music school. So I quit being a music major and started playing with Woody and Graham, playing music for fun, not thinking I was going to do it for a living, but then we all kind of graduated from college and the band thing was going pretty good, and that's what we ended up doing.
I've always dabbled in music. I played the piano as a kid. I sang in the boys' choir in my childhood. I played the trumpet. I played the baritone. My family loved music, so I was always around music and loved to sing, and it was just a little college hobby for me. I was excited to have some buddies that played and sit around in the dorm rooms and play guitars and sing songs. All of a sudden, this band just sort of formed with friends out of thin air. And I don't think at that point I even made a decision, oh, I want to be a musician, like as a career. But the joy was there. It was really fun. I haven't even decided I want to be a musician yet, but we're still cooking, so I'm having a great time.
Really, for me, when I really knew that music was going to be something I wanted to focus on, not necessarily professionally, but just kind of when we started with this band and just sort of met these guys, and we just had such a great time making music together. And it was something that I just thought would be what we kind of did to enjoy ourselves and with our hobbies. And one thing became another, and the opportunity came about to do this professionally, and kind of never looked back since then.
I think for me, the point I knew that I wanted to do this for a living, I was 15. I don't think I could even drive yet, and a friend of my mother's asked me to come play a show with him. I had never practiced with that band, and I went up there and set my drums up and played and came home with $50, and I gave it to my mom, and I was like, wow, you can actually do this as a job. So I didn't know. I knew when I was 11 that I really enjoyed it, but at about 15, I was like really considering it as a career.
You know, I think I was probably 12 or 13, and my sister got a guitar for Christmas, and tinkering around with the thing, yeah, there's nothing I'd rather be doing. And to be doing it for a living at this point in my life is pretty dreamy.
We just did a set of music at Merle Fest of all North Carolina covers. We called it the Carolina Songbook. When we cooked up the idea, we didn't realize that it was the year of music in North Carolina. So it was really great sort of accidental coincidence and pairing that we had this set prepared. And us being a North Carolina band, it all just made a lot of sense. We're just proud to be a small part of this great musical legacy that our state has.
We have the fortune of coming from such a diverse state in many art forms, but of course our focus is how many different types of music and musicians and artists that we've had come out of our state. It's really fun to interpret those different styles and to just pay honor and homage to some of these artists. And the year of music has been a kind of a daunting task and also a lot of fun.
Merle Fest was our opportunity to really link in with the whole year of music idea. We knew it was going to be a really great experience for us, and it was. I mean, doing almost an entire set of music that we'd never done before on stage, creating a really magical moment on that really beautiful day at Merle Fest was a great experience for us.
I thought it was wonderful. We put more effort into that performance than we have in a long time, and I don't want to say that we don't put effort into our performances, but we really thought about that show. I mean, because that's really important. You're coming to the cradle of Americana, and here, this is a really daunting task. Look at us. We're going to play all these North Carolina artists, and it's a lot of pressure. In theory, when you come up with this idea, okay, yeah, it sounds great, and then you're up there doing it, and it's different. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but I thought it was beautiful.
You know, I was really proud of the band, you know, how it came off, and just I think it says a lot about everybody's kind of trusting each other, that you can get up there and enjoy yourself while you're doing it, you know. Having worked on it so much, you get to that point where, okay, this is just fun.
For me, music is it's like a relationship, and sometimes you got to work really hard at it, and sometimes it comes really easy and it feels just like it flows through you. like oxygen.
Music's like family. It's like, you know, I've made almost every bit of music I've made has been with Mike. And, you know, that makes us like family. And I think just music is, to me, all of a sudden become its own family and a way of life. And when we make it well, and when we see our sort of vision come through, it's just pure joy.
I hope when people listen to the band or see the band live, I just hope they connect to something. I feel like we have a lot of different things to give someone. There's instrumental prowess, and then the show is really well organized, and also the material of the songs, you know, and that's what drew me in. And the very first was just this, I really relate to what he's saying. I relate to what's being told. And so I just hope that when people leave, they got something for themselves, you know, because we're putting it out there for ourselves, and I hope they're picking that up.
People do comment on a lot is how we have a lot of diverse talents on stage, and we try to showcase everybody in different ways during the show. But in the end, it's really kind of the synergy of everybody working together that really seems to make an impression on people. And I think that's, you know, a reflection of who we are as people and as a band and as friends.
Good job, Mikey.
Good show, buddy.
Yeah, man. Love you, boys.
Well done.
That was
Love you too,
great.
man.